Today on Rappler. Makabayan bloc lawmakers call for a probe into missing DepEd learning materials held hostage by Transpac. The Philippines gets a seat in the inaugural board of the Loss and Damage Fund for Climate Change Vulnerable Countries. Jeepney drivers protest Marcos's unjust modernization push. Filipino cuisine places 33rd among the 100 best cuisines in the world. BTS and BLACKPINK are the most searched boy and girl bands in the 25-year history of Google searches. 17's Jeonghan will sit out the group's follow tour in Bulacan. And stars from South Korea, Japan, China, and the Philippines dazzle at the Asia Artist Awards 2023. Makabayan bloc lawmakers call for an investigation into the billions worth of learning materials the Department of Education has allegedly failed to deliver to intended beneficiaries. This comes over a week after Rappler reported the DepEd filed a civil case against Las Piñas-based Transpac Cargo Logistics Incorporated, the firm contracted for the delivery of learning materials to public schools. The agreement with Transpac was carried over from the previous administration and has spilled over to Vice President Sara Duterte's term as Education Secretary. Transpac says DepEd failed to settle a balance due them worth 34.5 million pesos. In a bid to recover losses after suffering a 56.7% revenue drop during the pandemic, Transpac either withheld or sold the government learning materials in its storage to the public. This covered laptops, science and math equipment, school furniture, among others, that were supposed to be sent to teachers in public schools. The Philippine government secures a seat on the inaugural board of the Loss and Damage Fund for Climate Change Vulnerable Countries. Environment Secretary Tony Yulo Loizaga confirms the country will represent the Asia-Pacific Group as a full member for 2024 and 2026, and as an alternate member in 2025, sharing the term that year with Pakistan. Loizaga says this would give the Philippines an opportunity to influence the decision-making on who gets to have access to the fund and how fast. Meantime, Philippine civil society organizations in Dubai for COP28 say the decision text on the transition away from fossil fuels falls short of what the world needs amid the growing threat of climate change. Jerry Arances, executive director of the Center for Energy, Ecology and Development, says the text, quote, fails to acknowledge necessary timelines and leaves room for dangerous distractions. Jeepney drivers kick off a two-day strike as President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. sets a hard deadline for public utility vehicle operators to modernize their fleet. Jeepney drivers group Piston insists it does not oppose giving the iconic jeepney an upgrade, especially as old models release hazardous emissions. But Piston argues the program will be too costly for drivers and operators. Various groups have even called the scheme anti-poor and unjust. Modern jeepneys cost between 1.3 to 3 million pesos, and cooperatives take out loans to pay for these units, with some struggling to repay these loans. The government is offering to subsidize the cost of each modern jeepney, previously 160,000 pesos, but it can go up to 360,000 pesos, which is just 28% of the cost of a modern jeepney. Piston says only 26% of jeepneys have consolidated, affecting some 60,000 drivers and 25,000 operators. Filipino cuisine earns the 33rd place among the 100 best cuisines in the world for 2023 with a rating of 4.35 out of 5 stars. International food database Taste Atlas releases its annual list of the best-rated cuisines and best-rated dishes in the world. This year's top 5 are Italy, followed by Japan, Greece, Portugal, and China. For best-rated dishes, the multi-awarded Filipino soup dish sinigang comes in 97th place. According to Taste Atlas, the most popular Filipino dishes are lechon, pansit, lumpia, adobo, sisig, sinigang, torta, caldereta, kare-kare, silog, and sorbetes, while the best-rated foods include bangus, quesong puti, banana ketchup, and pinipig. The best restaurants listed to try Filipino cuisine come from all over the country. While Taste Atlas's most legendary restaurants include the Aristocrat in Manila and San Cristobal Bistro in Dumaguete. Tech giant Google announces K-pop sensations BTS and BLACKPINK are the most searched boy and girl bands in the 25-year history of Google searches. BTS debuted in 2013 with members RM, Jimin, V, Jin, Jungkook, Suga, and J-Hope. Members RM, Jimin, V, and Jungkook recently kicked off their military enlistment, promising a complete reunion in June 2025. Meanwhile, BLACKPINK debuted in 2016 under YG Entertainment with members Jisoo, Rosé, Lisa, and Jennie. The girls renewed their group contract with agency YG Entertainment this year, with news of the members' individual renewals to be announced. Other musicians who were recognized by Google include Beyoncé, Taylor Swift, Tina Turner, and Rihanna. The latest installment in the Year in Search series commemorates the 25th birthday of the search engine, which has become the most visited website in the world. Pledis Entertainment announces 17's Jeonghan will be sitting out of the group's follow tour in Bulacan. The agency explains the singer suffered an injury on his left ankle and is currently receiving treatment. Jeonghan was taken to the hospital and was advised by medical staff to undergo surgery when his ankle pain worsened while performing at one of the group's tour stops. He was then admitted to the hospital on December 13 and underwent successful surgery on Tuesday. Jeonghan will also not be participating in the upcoming follow stops in Fukuoka, Japan, Bangkok in Thailand, and Macau. This after Pledis recently announced as Scoops would also be absent from 17's follow concerts in Bulacan to allow him to recover from his knee injury. The Asia Artist Awards 2023 sees numerous stars from South Korea, Japan, China, and the Philippines come together for a night of exciting performances and a celebration of achievements in entertainment. The 2023 edition of the AAA is held in the Philippines for the first time on Thursday, December 14 at the Philippine Arena in Bulacan. Over 45 actors, celebrities, music groups, and singers graced the annual award ceremony. Here are some of the notable stars who made an appearance on the AAA red carpet. And that's today's wrap. I'm Ninal Yu. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.